COVID was definitely a rude awakening for me.
I think COVID was a very emotional thing for a lot of people, but it was very hard for my family.
I feel like not many people have really, experienced, having somebody from the medical field in their family, especially their mother.
I would say quarantine was really hard for like people my age and me and my family because like I didn't understand like in the beginning I didn't understand what it was gonna feel like to be in the house always, to just like feel lonely, and also just like outside of feeling lonely, like sometimes like I really questioned my purpose and just like life in general.
When the pandemic started and it was a pretty uncertain kind of future, my mother owns a small bakery in our town, and that's her main source of income, and she had to close completely.
We literally had to be locked away from my mom because my mom, she's a first aid, she's a caretaker, so she's a nurse, so she's always out there in the middle of it.
I feel that people really need to know that it's like really a worry. It was a worrisome time. I feel like it still is in a sense.
During COVID, like my mom's shop had to close, and that was her main source of income. My mom has had her braiding shop since like I was 18 months old, so that's like 2005.
Things were very uncertain with a lot of the elderly people in my family. There's a lot of health issues that, can run. So,
Once that laptop is turned off and school is over, I had to literally sit there in my thoughts. And it was driving me crazy. Like I was going through it. Like I had to put on a show or something to just, but the thoughts, it was going.
But even with people that have like, let's say like a grandma or grandpa, you know what I mean? Like just having to worry about them, I feel like that feeling is a little underappreciated.
I would say like COVID really affected me emotionally, but for my parents, especially my mom, like it really hit hard. And I don't know, and I still don't know like how it impacted her like as a person, because I will never be her.
So I co-founded an organization called Students in Action during the COVID lockdown here in Hudson County alongside my friend and my classmate Caitlin Ramdat.
But I had to literally recalibrate is the word that I learned. My pastor was preaching on this. Recalibrate. It's basically to restart with new knowledge and restart on a better foundation. Let me say it that way.
I was able to pick up a couple of skills. I was able to start going to the gym. I still do now. I really do enjoy going to the gym. I go like basically every day.
There was so much time to myself, and when I finally realized that, I learned more things about myself, and like I started like caring about myself more.
So we've been running since late 2020, and we've done a lot of work with Monica's nonprofit Triangle Park here in Jersey City, as well as the Hoboken Shelter, the Community Food Bank of New Jersey.
I had to learn how to take those, I would consider them burdens, and flip them into something different.
I met a couple of people, and I really understood the significance of, alternate learning or online learning, some people may say.
Like through that, like, when I care about myself, I can also like paint, and I can also like draw. And sometimes it's not like always like I had to create like a serious painting. Sometimes it was just being in my sketchbook or even drawing myself.
The scholarship, aside from it just being a really big financial help, one of my biggest motivators through my education and my decision to go to college is the fact that I am a first-generation college student.
So it would definitely mean security, and it would mean assurance to me and my parents that at least we have a foundation to work on. Because if you don't put nothing down for the college, they're like, okay, you can't sign up for classes.
Anything really helps at this point, you know what I mean? I've been working, trying to save up for college, trying to save up, trying to be able to, manage school, manage work.
It would mean a lot. Like, I don't know how to put it into words, but like winning scholarships in general, like being considered for a scholarship just means a lot to me.
Education, that's the key to success here, and that's how you get ahead, and that's how whatever it is you want in life, that's how you get it, because you have to work hard and you have to study, and at the end of the day, that is like the borderline for a lot of things.